anyone who hasn't seen my tweet, and this was off of a random conversation we were having in the car traveling home from NLBC. 2-player. You got player A, player B. Player A wins 6 Evos. Player B wins 4 Evos, but gets second 6 times. Who is better? And I just said, for the sake of argument, whoever, if you didn't get first, if you didn't get Evo Grand Final, you drowned in pool. You went 0-2. You went 0-2, buddy. Obviously, that probably wouldn't happen. If somebody wins Evo and then goes 0-2 the next Evo, you know, that's probably not going to happen. But I didn't feel like getting into semantics. Hey, YouTube. Glad you've been enjoying all the videos. I upload every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as like and share the video. Yeah, player A or player B? Let's do a poll in the chat real quick just to see, because there are a lot of hot takes. All right, according to you guys think player B is better in this scenario, which, you know, makes sense. If this were me, I also would say if I could pick either of these two, win 6 Evos or 4 Evos and get second 6 times, I actually think I would pick player B. I think I'd rather be player B than player A. I think player B shows more consistency over player A. But there were so many people saying, if you're not first, you're last. The classic Ricky Bobby. The classic terminal.
Know-it-all teacher over here.
Okay, I think that's enough.
Teacher
Obviously.
wants you to go slow, and she's wrong, because it's the fastest who gets paid, and it's the fastest who gets laid.
So true, chat. Only first player. That to me is the moral of this story, and that's what everyone on Twitter seems to think. If you're not first, you're last. Well, I know a lot of people do share the same sentiment, especially through the comment. I disagree, because you could obviously be second, you could be third, you could be fourth.
If you ain't first,
You're last.
you're last.
That is a dumb quote. I still really think that is a very dumb quote to even have. But yeah, I'd rather be player B here. And I think player B getting second 6 times is still very impressive, because that means you were in grand final. Yeah, sometimes you might have gotten smoked in grand final, but to me, consistency is really what people strive for. And if this were Street Fighter 6, I'd still rather pick this one anyway. Maybe not if it was Capcom Cup, but still. I'd rather 6 of those things than a winning record in grand. I'm not saying he never won. If you got 100 second, if you got second 100 times, that sucks to suck. But still, second 6 times and winning 4 is still pretty good. Player B choked more than he won. Is getting Evo Grand Finals considered choking though? That's still pretty good. Like, I wouldn't say, damn, this guy sucks, he only got second. I feel like that's a lot of people, especially in the FGC. I feel like more people gotta hold top 8s. Like, people get top 8. There's a lot of people who got top 8. Take Piano. You think Take Piano got smoked? And Knuckle do. Yeah, it's those two. Do you guys think they did bad at that tournament? I don't think they got smoked. I feel like more people need to, everyone says this loser mentality, oh, you gotta appreciate your 7th places and stuff. But I really do think more people gotta be like less hard on themselves. You know, for a lot of people, it's like, obviously if you're not first, you're last, I don't care. But yeah, they did pretty well. Did you feel the same if those second places were third places? No, but second place is the closest thing you could get to winning. If you're asking would I rather get second or third, bro, I'm picking second. Who would rather get third? I feel like the only place you would rather get than second is first. I saw people saying I'd rather go 0-2 than get second place at Evo. And I'm like, bro, what? Who's saying that? But you didn't even remember who got 7th? Yeah, but that's different. That's 7th place. I feel like most people remember who got 2nd. Who got 7th is like, who cares? Yeah, I think anyone who said they'd rather go 0-2 than get 2nd place at Evo is people who've never competed or played at any sports or any activity. Like, bro, why would you rather go 0-2 than get 2nd? There are people in the comment section saying I'd rather go 0-2 than, what you call it, than get 2nd. And this wasn't an SF6 comparison. This has nothing to do with SF6. This has nothing to do with SF6. This has nothing to do with basketball. This has nothing to do with anything. I just threw this out there for the sake of argument. This could be Street Fighter 4 for all I care. Obviously, you're going to be upset if you get 2nd at Evo, but there's other places you could get 2. I mean, I wouldn't go 0-2, but the person who goes 0-2 also is probably distraught as well for going 0-2. If somebody like Mena got 2nd though, would he be happy with his play? I mean, it's better than whatever other place Mena got. Obviously, you want to win for sure, but if you're saying, would I rather get what? What place did Mena get, like 97, 65th? Or 2nd? Bro, I'm taking 2nd every time. Honestly, I should have said these are 2 different games, but then then if I said these are two different games, then it would be like, oh, player A played a harder game or something, so I can't even really do that. It's the same game, it's just over the span of 10 years. They never played each other. Okay, let's just say they played in the same amount of Evos. Both of them played in 15 Evos. How about that? They just never cross paths. 15. I'm just gonna go 15. 15 different Evos. B is consistent as fuck. Are we talking about a real game like Marvel 3? I couldn't bring game into this just because you can't bring a video game into this, because I know if I say anything is like, damn, this guy played Marvel 3, damn, this guy's goated. Oh, this guy only won because, you know, Street Fighter 6 is dry brush slop or whatever. Player B seems to lack clutch and a clutch factor and seems to choke a lot. A just locks in when it counts. If James Chen does your intro at Capcom Cup, would you rather be introduced as a 6-time Evo champion or a 4-time Evo champion? If they said, okay, but here's the other scary part. Would you rather be 6-time Evo champion or 10-time Evo Grand Finalist? Like, you could sway it in a different term. 10-time Evo Grand Finalist sounds crazy. 10-time Evo Grand Finalist makes it sound like you never won once. Me personally, I value B. I'm not saying LeBron's better than Jordan or whatever you guys are talking about. I don't know who those guys are. But I feel like if you're an actual player, you would value B. Obviously, I mean, I do think game would probably matter a bit. Like, if player A won 6 Evos in, like, Skullgirls or something, and player B won, like, 6 Evos in Street Fighter, then it kind of gets kind of wonky. But I didn't want to get into all, like, there's a whole bunch of, like, little semantics. But if it's, okay, even what you're saying with Street Fighter 6, if this were Street Fighter 6, for whatever reason, winning 6 Evos for Street Fighter 6 would be impressive. But player B got 10 grand finals in Street Fighter 6. That's still insanely consistent too. Bro got all the way to Evo Grand Finals and then just got throw looped at the end and then lost and got second 6 times. Chat, okay, you know, I respect your opinion, chat. Everyone just says 6 is greater than 4, so this really doesn't matter. Getting second place doesn't matter because the only thing that matters is whoever wins. You should ask Justin. I mean, Justin's the GOAT then, right? But even Arsen's about to pass Justin soon, right? Yeah, Arsen's gonna pass Justin soon enough. Drowning in pools, if he doesn't win each time, does allude that the player is more. Somebody in pools just got him. He ran into the DJ player that did drive rush jab 50 million times. I don't know, like I said, I just put drowning in pools just so like they have the same amount of times they drowned in pool. Well, actually it's not the same because for 15, what, 6 and 15, but this guy was 10 of 15. But player B drowned in pools, what, 5 times? And player A drowned in pools 9 times? Which also, I feel like that would bring up a good argument too. If player A drowned in pools 9 times and player B drowned in pool 5 times, that's still more impressive, no? All right, player A won 6 Evos in Street Fighter 4. Player B won 6 Evos. Player B did this in Street Fighter 6. What's more impressive? Not to get off topic, but just so they can't do a first attack. Still picking A. I feel like most people in the comments picked B. B is the GOAT. Yeah, A. History does not remember second places. If you got second 6 times, that means you lost 18 times. I was surprised with how many people said player B was better. I feel like people bring up certain second plases. You know, people bring up the Punk second place to Tokido a lot, actually. Like I said, the amount of people I saw on Twitter saying, yeah, I'd rather drown in pools than get, I'd rather drown in pools than get second. I was like, bro, you're crazy. No one thinks that. I'd rather get 257th than drown in pools. I mean, I'd rather get 257th than get second is crazy. I didn't think that. I'm happy I got second at Evo. Getting second at Evo is nothing to scoff at. I don't know why people think that. Chat, if you go to a bracket and you go 0-2, I wouldn't know that feeling. But that must suck. I couldn't imagine, unless you just don't care. If you're a competitive player and you go 0-2 at a bracket, you're like, what the fuck happened? I wish I could ask Sahara how he felt after going 0-2 at EWC, the LCQ. But yeah, going 0-2 probably feels much worse. I'm not saying you're gonna be happy you got second. I'm not saying that at all. Nobody's happy they get second. But you're not gonna be as mad as getting second as you're getting 0-2. I pick player B. I think player B is better. When me and my friend, when we were driving home and like we were discussing this, I picked player B. I pick player B most of the time.